This Sunday, the Golden Globes will be handed out, so it's time to take a look at who has the best shot at winning one. The Globes differ from the Oscars in that they hand out prizes in two categories: comedy or musical, and drama.
If I told you about her, the princess without voice, what would I say?
The dark fairy tale The Shape of Water by director Guillermo del Toro is nominated for 7 Globes, including Best Picture Drama, Best Actress in a Drama for Sally Hawkins, Best Supporting Actress for Octavia Spencer, and Best Director for Guillermo himself.
If it happens, it happens, but we're gonna do the work, we're gonna divulge the movie, show it to the world.
Both actresses are very proud to be part of the movie.
This might be aesthetically the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. I still couldn't get away from the masterpiece that he had created.
Mm-hmm. It is a masterpiece. He's a master. He's a genius.
Shouldn't have said anything. Just pretend you never did.
Nature has cunning ways of finding our weakest spot.
The beautiful romance Call Me By Your Name is nominated for 3 trophies: Best Picture Drama, Best Supporting Actor for Armie Hammer, and Best Actor in a Drama for newcomer Timothée Chalamet.
Call me by your name and I'll call you by mine.
It's been tremendously overwhelming and only in the most gratifying way. I think we all gave it our all, and we all tried to do our characters honesty and justice, and yet I know I certainly wasn't expecting this kind of reaction.
Christopher Nolan has been nominated before as Best Director for Inception. This time around, he has an even better chance of winning the Golden Statue for Dunkirk.
You're looking for something that hasn't been done before by you or anybody else, something you can bring to the cultural conversation. You know, as a storyteller, you're really looking for a gap. You're looking for a film that should have been made that never was. And Dunkirk is one of the great stories of human history.
I'm not going back. If we go there, we'll die.
After the sexual harassment scandal surrounding Kevin Spacey, he was replaced by Christopher Plummer in the biographical drama All the Money in the World by director Ridley Scott. The reshoots cost nearly $10 million, but it seems like they made the right choice. All the Money in the World is nominated for 3 Golden Globes, including 1 for Christopher Plummer.
We need to pay the ransom, Mr. Getty.
I do not have the money to spare.
No one has ever been richer than you are at this moment. What would it take for you to feel secure?
More. There's a tragedy of a man who learns too late about what he should have done with his heart.
Dame Judi Dench turned 83 only last month, but there seems to be no talk of retirement yet. The Golden Globes have recognised her once again for her portrayal of England's Queen Victoria in Victoria and Abdul.
I don't like thinking about age, and somebody the other day had a thing on their phone. We were having lunch, and they said, I can take a photograph of you, and the phone will tell me how old you are. So I said, this I have to. So they took a photograph, and we waited breathless. It said 63. I said, this is a very good phone.
Competing with Dame Judi for Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical is 27-year-old Margot Robbie for her role as disgraced ice skater Tonya Harding in I, Tonya.
Tonya, tell the truth.
Yeah, all the skating stuff we tried to replicate. The costumes were kind of replicated sequin for sequin. The skate routines we replicated. When it's the Olympics and she comes on, I mimicked all her movements, what she said when she's like, it's not gonna hold me. When she's going out into the ice, that's what she said. And then she clasped her hands like this, and then she went down, all that kind of stuff I did exactly as she did in those moments.
There's no such thing as truth. I mean, it's bullshit.
James Franco served as both director and leading man in The Disaster Artist. He's nominated for his take on the creation of the worst movie ever made.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
People, I think, get something out of the room. They don't just laugh at it. I think there's something about the movie that's more that people identify with the passion underneath it. And so he is an artist in that sense. So it's a disaster and it's a piece of art.
There are also Golden Globes to be won for the directors, producers, actors and actresses of television shows. Kyle MacLachlan is up for Best Actor for reprising his role as Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks.
Well, you always have doubts going in, but in this case, not very many, because David and Mark Frost wrote the entire script. David Lynch was going to direct every single scene, and I felt pretty confident based on that we were going to have something special. And I knew the script, so, fingers crossed, but I felt pretty good.
Nicole Kidman, meanwhile, has a shot at winning Best Actress in a limited series for Big Little Lies, which she also co-produced.
We're actors. We're only as good as the roles we're offered. Occasionally, like with Big Little Lies, I was in a position where I could help create something for myself and my friends, and we could get something made, but that's very rare.
Find out who will take home the coveted statues when the 75th Annual Golden Globe Awards take place on the 7th of January 2018.